Hello dear Aries, and welcome to your first half of Feb readings with me. If you're new to my channel, please do subscribe. Let me start by saying that this is not going to be the best reading that you've had since very long time, but it is that you prepare, okay? You have to prepare for the challenges that we face every day. Okay, so I'm just putting this as a disclaimer before, and otherwise you'll be like, oh, this is not a good reading, oh, how negative and stuff like that. Every negativity also carries a positive message. Okay, so let's get started. The first week for my Aries Sun, Moon and Rising. There is an inner conflict inside, duality, we always have that duality inside of us, and you're facing it maximum at this point of time. I see that there is an inner conflict for Aries. There is a kind of feeling, should I do this or shouldn't I do this? Making choice is going to be pretty much difficult, my dear Aries, for you in the first week. It can be something related to administrative work also. Should I go ahead with this or not? Or it's like for travel also, should I go ahead with it or should I cancel it? So all the time there is going to be an inner conflict here, is what I see, my dear Aries. Okay, and that inner tension, what does it do? When we are not at peace inside of us, everybody feels it around, and we somehow emit that confusing energy, and they also get confused along with us, and this is what is going to happen in the first week. So my suggestion to you, my dear Aries, will be that stay calm, meditate, do your exercise routine, and sit in silence, okay? Because that is going to help you to connect to your inner self and come into union with yourself. That is very important. You'll align yourself with the divine self, okay? And then taking decisions will be much more easier for you, and you will not even disturb people who are close, near and dear ones, and nor will they try to pull on your patience. If you're interested in tarot and oracles, and if you're wondering how to find your first deck, then I have made a wonderful write-up of that you will find in the description box below. It is free for you, okay? Like how to find your first deck, and there I also explain the difference between tarot and oracles also. So if you're interested in knowing in detail like what should be to find your first deck, it's all very nicely, it has been explained. So I would invite a few moments from you to go to the description box below and download it for free. And then we go to the second week. Now the second week's energy is that of opposition. This energy is that of rivalry for some of you. There can be a hidden rival that suddenly is exposing themselves, and wow, I say congratulations, you found your rival. You didn't know they were there all this while, and you didn't know that they didn't wish good for you, and now you see them, and now you tell them also what they are, and this is how the fight takes place. This is the kind of energy that is happening. A lot of disagreements. In the second week, however, I see obstacles on your path, okay? If you had some projects, if you had some work to accomplish, I see there are blockages in the second week of February, okay? This week, I would say, is a challenging week. The second week of Feb is going to be pretty much challenging for Aries Sun, Moon and Rising. For my Aries students also, you're going to be very aggressive, my dear Aries students. Don't do that. It's not good. Being aggressive is a sign of weakness, okay? Attacking others all the time, this is weakness. We see in weak people, insecure people do that. Normal, balanced people don't go on hurting others, okay? So this is what is happening for you in the second week. So maintain that balance inside of you. It's like, okay, fine, when people behave like that, you just have to smile, and you have to be like, okay, something is wrong with them. We are going to observe, we are going to be calm, we are going to discuss. Mature people discuss. Otherwise, immaturity leads to attacks, right? So you have to discuss to get to conclusions. Try to find your way through this mess that can occur. It can be regarding your financial problems, financial matters. It can be regarding a particular sale of your house also, or a property or a vehicle. There is something that is taking place over here, my dear Aries, and you are not going to be really happy that things are getting a bit blocked, okay? But know that these blockages are for your own good. Today you are feeling bad about these blockages. Tomorrow you're going to smile about it. Luckily I didn't invest. Luckily I didn't lose my money there, okay? You're going to be fine, all right? I also see that in the second week, there can be some kind of confrontation or conflict with your family members, with your relatives, or with your partner also. And for my single Aries also, I see that there is going to be that feeling inside of you is like, like you feel a bit that exaggerated emotion of, till now I'm single, and things like that can come up, but you have to maintain them. It's like, till the right person doesn't come, I'm not going to jump into anything for the sake of it, all right? Just keep that in mind and things will flow your way. Sometimes, when these challenging energies are coming, actually God is sending you a wonderful time to see how much you have evolved, how much you have strengthened, okay? And after you have proved that you can handle all this, like you can, my dear Aries, you have always, you will be able to just go unaffected and things will be fine. So here in the second week, I would like to tell you the problems are going to be there. There is going to be confrontation, or you might just feel like, lashing out on someone for the sake of it. Because you're not fine, because something hasn't worked out for you, so you're putting it around on people, or somebody just says something that hits you really bad, okay, that hurts you, and they very well knew what they were doing, know that, okay, when they do that. So make sure that it doesn't touch you. It's like pouring water on the duck's back. Be the duck's back in the second week, okay? And when it comes to your health, please take care, because there the challenges can be more if you exaggerate things out of proportion. So just be calm over there. And in the second week, try to avoid any important meetings or discussions, because this is not going to end up so well, okay? I would rather postpone them for later. I would rather say, let's do it later on, not now, okay? Because this first 2 weeks, I feel this is an energy of self-healing and rising above our own limitations, but first starting with self. This is what is the energy that I'm picking up. There can also be some things for some Aries regarding children, like, they want to go somewhere and then suddenly there is a change of plans, so it affects them and you financially also. So that also has to be taken into consideration, my dear Aries. So thank you so much for listening. Please do like, share and comment, and everything happens for the best. Every failure basically is a wonderful thing, because it has taught us one way that things shouldn't be done, all right? Just know that. And every fight also makes us understand, when people are angry, they blurt out whatever is in their hearts. So we come to know what was in there for so long. They were just smiling on our faces, but for so long, what did they hold inside of them? That all comes out. And so we know what they are all about. And do we want to continue with them or not? Do we want to continue being friends? Do we want to continue being lovers, being partners, or whatever it is for long, okay? And also, when loved ones do that, then you have to address the root cause, the problem. What was it? What caused them to feel that way also? Okay, my dear Aries. So thank you for listening. Please do like, share and comment. And I shall see you in the second half of Feb. Until then, take good care of yourself. Bye-bye. God bless. Bye.